Exhaust this subject. Trade, tariffs, slavery, as far as sectionalism was concerned?
Well, also the rights of women, property rights. Did married women or even single women have the right to own their own property? So the issues go on. And what is so interesting is that in one way or another, these are all issues that still divide the nation today. Slavery is no longer permissible in the United States, but we do have a problem with race relations. Race still is a divisive issue. How to deal with Britain at that period in time. Today we're talking about it in the context of the war on terrorism and the war in Iraq. These are all issues that we still deal with.
I'm glad that you brought this up, because today we have disunifiers.
The Iraq War, race, as Barack Obama leveled the playing field. Poverty, 33 million Americans live below the poverty line. Abortion, Roe v. Wade still is a contentious subject for many. Federal entitlement programs, like Social Security, their explosive expansion. Healthcare, growing more and more unaffordable. Trade and budget deficits spending through the roof. Low savings rates and massive consumer credit card debt. Foreign debt over $10 trillion. Uncompetitive educational system. And skyrocketing college tuition. Ongoing worries over nuclear proliferation. Global warming.
Very, very troubling, that list. But there are oddities. For example, 66% of Americans, that's the consensus, they oppose the Iraq War. So the Iraq War, so-called disunifier, has actually united two-thirds of Americans. Well, true or false?
It is true. It is true that it has united two-thirds of Americans, but it is still a very divisive issue. It is going to play a very critical role in our 2008 election in terms of, we have John McCain saying that we will be in Iraq for 100 years. We have Barack Obama saying he wants to withdraw troops as soon as possible. And so for that reason, it will continue to be a very divisive issue and very important as we go on to discuss national security, terrorism, and who is best situated to govern our country in the future. But if you look at us and compare us to
they're right about
but if you compare us to other countries, this is the greatest democracy in the world. When we have elections, people don't get murdered.
And that's always been the case. There have always been periods. The Depression. People have very different views on how to deal with the Depression. We have very different views on how to deal with our present problems. But as you say, that is a democracy, and we do work it through.